The last Class A girls basketball team to celebrate a perfect season was Carlisle in 1997. Tonight, St. Teresa could run the same table, but Hampshire has plans for the prize as well. Find out who's number one next on the IHSA TV network. The stage is Redbird Arena in Normal, Illinois, and the lead roles in this drama belong to still undefeated Decatur St. Teresa at 32-0 and 30-3 Hampshire. Neither school has won it all, but somebody will leave this hall tonight with the trophy. Here to bring you championship night, every phase of it, are a couple of Class A ladies, Bertie Chero and Ann Penstone. Ladies.
Thanks a lot, Jim. And then there were two. Last November, 659 schools took the floor to practice with their sole goal focused on a state championship, and only two are left. They're representative of all the teams that took those practice floors. And Bertie, undefeated, 32-0. Decatur St. Teresa will be the visitors tonight, and they're ironically going to play the team that eliminated them last year in the quarterfinals, the Whippers of Hampshire.
You couldn't ask for a better matchup between two teams who have been determined and destined to make it to the championship game since last year.
Well, 3 games in about 24 hours will test anyone's mettle. Let's look at the matches that came through the road to get to Normal. First, you see the visitors, St. Teresa and Ileana Christian in the semi, Anna Jonesboro, and again, terrific Cassie Drew in a quarterfinal, East Richmond Olney 60-51, and Paris in the sectional final. Now for the home team, the Whippers of Hampshire, and didn't quite play as well as they had earlier in the year, but boy, they caught on fire during the tournament. Against Carthage, a terrific game with just a 2-point victory, and a hugely emotional victory against Riverton. There were great matches, and I tell you what, it takes key players. And Monica Rogers from Decatur St. Teresa has bought real estate on the low block in this tournament.
Monica Rogers, you really can't say enough about her. Her interior presence is unbelievable. She's so strong offensively and defensively. Take a look at her points. 34 points in 2 days. You can't beat that. But tonight she's going to be a key. She has to dominate the inside game.
Well, she's going to have a little presence behind her. Nicole Watzlowick has been here 3 years in a row, and she has grown with each presence on this floor.
Nicole will have something to say about the presence interior offensively. She scored 35 points Friday and Saturday. This is going to be a matchup in the paint that really is premier basketball, and I really look forward to seeing who is going to be stronger inside.
Well, besides the key players, Coach, what are the keys to a championship?
Well, if we take a look at Decatur St. Teresa, a double-double. They've had 2 or 3 players on their team scoring double points, double rebounds. They've got a New Year's resolution. Since the first of the year, they've been ranked #1. They don't want to lose that resolution. And you know what? This is my favorite. Hey, this is a good thing. Why ruin it? You're undefeated. Go home undefeated. Take home that championship trophy.
And how about for the home, Hampshire Whippers?
Boy, I'll tell you what, I really love how Hampshire plays defense. They put on a defensive clinic, 94 feet of in-your-face pressure defense, triangle coverage. What I mean by that is keep an eye again on the interior defense. They're going to have triangle defense to make sure that they can box out and not allow that second shot. Solid 6. They only play 6 players. Do they have it tonight? 32 minutes of basketball.
There you have it, 32 minutes to play for gold. And let's go over to the PA announcer, Jeff Fritzen, for the starting lineups.
Ladies and gentlemen, before our soloist sings our national anthem, we ask you to rise and remember and honor the men and women of the United States Armed Forces serving throughout the world with this moment of silence. Thank you. We ask you now to join our guest soloist, Laura Brill, a student at Elgin Larkin High School, in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming
2004 IHSA Class A Girls State Basketball Championship. First, for Decatur St. Teresa, a 5'9" junior, number 10, Nicole Kupish. For Hampshire, a 5'8" senior, number 10, Jessica Gobert. For St. Teresa, 6'2" senior, number 12, Lindsay Ippel. For Hampshire, 5'9" junior, number 24, Amanda Walker. For St. Teresa, 5'7" senior, number 24, Andrea Reba. For Hampshire, a 5'11" senior, number 30, Jackie Heine. For St. Teresa, 6'1" senior, number 30, Monica Rogers. For Hampshire, a 5'9" junior, number 34, Jamie Jeffrey. For St. Teresa, 5'11" senior, number 32, Allison Ippel. And for Hampshire, a 6' senior, number 44, Nicole Watzlawick. The St. Teresa Bulldogs are coached by Bill Ibsen. They bring a 32-0 record in the game. Ibsen's career record in his 5th year is 111 wins and 37 losses. Hampshire's Whippers bring a 30-3 record into the game. They're coached by Sue Ellett in her 1st year. Our officials for this championship game, from Freeport, Tom Moyer. From Peoria, Dave Freckleton. And from Farmer City, Carlos Burton.
As you see the huddles of the Whippers, let's take a look at those lineups again from our Sky Cam and the St. Teresa's, the part of the triplets, Lindsay and Allison, and we've got Rogers, Kupish, and Reebok. On Hampshire, we've got inside, we've got Heine and Watzlawick. Jeffries has been a silent but very effective player. Gobert and Walker. Walker has been such a factor in this tournament. Here you see the teams coming in, the stoic faces, the focus, the dogs.
Focus, definitely.
Oh, and that has been their motto all year, focus. And there you see Sue Ellett talking to her players.
Sue actually has such a sense of calm within her demeanor and her coaching. I really like her coaching style.
There you see the 3 officials, Burton, Freckleton, and Moyer. Again, quite an honor for them as well to have this state championship contest. And we're just about ready underway, and we have Reebok with the ball to start it out for the undefeated #1 ranked Bulldogs of St. Teresa. Will have first possession.
One of the things that Sue Elliott mentioned was the type of defense she's going to play. She said she wanted to use different types of math, octagon series. I wasn't sure what she meant.
Allison Ippel, first 2 points for the Bulldogs. It's going to be an interesting war inside. Ippel against, that's Heine. Ippel causing trouble, but they've got 2 strong kids that can handle Ippel and Rogers inside, and that's not only are they defensively strong, but they're also offensively minded.
Yes, the game definitely will be decided or determined on the interior portion on both ends.
Allison takes it on the dribble. Oh, nice feed inside. And there's that big presence of Watzlawick, but stays underneath. It's going to be interesting to see Monica Rogers, who's been on that rebounding weak side.
Well, I was just going to mention that you can really see the rotation with the defense on the weak side and even help side down low.
Bigger hands. Heine with the steal. Takes it up, looking weak side. Going to go by herself. But there's Watzlawick.
Nice job. Nicole had excellent position for that putback.
Both teams don't hesitate to run, and you can see the big kids can handle the ball. Ippel off a little bit.
Nice power slide.
There's Rogers underneath, but a little bit deep, being forced
Another
there.
power slide underneath.
Rogers with her first 2 points of the ball game. 4-2 St. Teresa. Heine looking inside. Watzlawick got plenty of, she's going to go right at Rogers. This is going to be an interesting matchup. She scores. Nicole Watslick is taking her right at Rogers and the same on the other end. This is going to be a great duel. Ipple will take the three. She's at 5'11". She's got a great three-point shot, though. And she's going to take one right now and off a little bit. Weak side, tipped by Heine. These teams come from opposite ends. Decatur in the center of the state, and they actually played their super sectional at Millikan University and near their home, and Hampshire way up in the northern area and up by the Wisconsin border. They've made 3 successive trips down here. Third last year, as we mentioned, they knocked out this undefeated team. That was their last loss, and there's a little bit of a, I'm sure, revenge in the back of their minds, but they don't care. All they want is the trophy.
Hampshire's really trying to pack it inside, not allowing any type of interior passing.
Good ball fakes and defensive response. Good defense by Hampshire.
Like I mentioned, she said she was going to try and use different shapes defensively to defend the interior.
Bounces around, everybody's touching it. Kupish can't quite find the handle, does out to Reebok. She drives, loses her footing, and Heine with the weak side rebound. This is the young lady who runs the show. As a freshman, she was a 6th player. Oh, nice Jamie Jeffries for 2.
Jamie Jeffries really has been quiet throughout the tournament.
Been picking her spots, and when she does, they've always been crucial baskets. Reebok wide. Oh, slips through Allison Ipple. Rogers.
That was a very rare miscue for Monica Rogers. That's probably the first pass that I've seen her mishandle.
She's usually ready for everything. You just see Sue Ellett down there, very much into the game. Both these coaches are terrific, and they are kneeling on the floor. They're going to play every point of this ballgame, I can guarantee it. Watswick established herself inside, up with it, and rebound Ipple. Gobert a little bit short on that shot. 6-4, 2-point lead by the Whippers. Rogers posting a little bit way outside the three-point range. It's a much bigger lineup than they faced all tournament long. Reebok with a long shot off the back iron, rebound Heine.
I'm really impressed with the way Heine's actually playing. Jackie's playing really solid on the offensive end. She's working hard, post position. Look at the drive to the basket. Draws a foul on Monica Rogers. She came down from the defensive end with the board, properly positioned herself for an attack to the basket.
One of the things I think is interesting about that, Amanda Walker really drives the ball. They really push the ball, and that after that outlet pass, and they get it down. Credit Decatur St. Teresa, who has obviously scouted that well, and they had 3 people back before it ever got down there.
Well, both teams, I think, have the capability of running a transition game, but more importantly, both teams have the capabilities of stopping the transition.
Heine makes the second. And we'll have a timeout. Boy, we got a great one for you here tonight. Everything is touted to be. Welcome back to Redbird Arena, where you see an early first quarter score in this Class A championship game. Hampshire leading undefeated St. Teresa from our Skycam, and the great work that our guys are doing to put this game on for you. Look at the tale of 2 cities, Decatur and Hampshire. Look at the size difference. Hampshire, a little bird basically up in northern Illinois. 85,000, Macon County and Kane County, proud of both of them. The enrollments are similar. In fact, Hampshire's actually bigger than Decatur St. Teresa. So no matter what the city, it's the heart inside. And both these cities have turned out en force to cheer on their teams. Rogers from outside, a little bit long, rebound. There's Walker looking down for Gobert. And she tries to save it without a control, and back to Reebok. A little bit out of control on that possession.
That was the first time I've seen Monica Rogers face the basket and have to put up a shot.
Allison Ipple gets the 3. It's nice to have a 5'11" kid out there that can nail that one. All tied up, 7-all. Walker running the show. Gobert looking for Heine, and that ball tipped by the active hands of Nicole Kupish.
And that pass is a little bit too late. Heine actually had her defender sealed, but the pass was just a little bit too late.
You're not going to get much time. You're going to have to get rid of it. And Kupish, no. Rebound
herself in a great position. As soon as the shot went off, she made sure she worked that weak side.
Amanda Walker kicking over to Jeffries, takes the shot. Rebound, Heine inside, and she's going to draw the foul.
How active has Heine actually been? She's putting up shots, she's rebounding, putting herself in a position to make things happen.
Lindsay Ipple breathed a little bit of sigh of relief as Nicole Kupish picked up that personal, putting Heine at the line. 1 for 2 last time, nails the first. Heine may be only having 1 point on the scoreboard, but trust me, she's had a big impact on this game already.
It would seem that she's been in every play.
And gets the roll. So all tied up at 9 apiece. Ipple over to Reebok. Long, Allison Ipple nails it again.
Allison's going to take the lead today. She feels her shot.
That ball a little bit gets away.
Coach Bill Ipson really encouraging the defense to step it up.
Watzlawick being Rogers inside, tries to get the roll, and Rogers played good defense straight up. Ipple doesn't take it this time, comes outside, Reebok swings it. Rogers now down in her familiar low block position, but Amanda Walker with a good
Triple teamed, you could see right here. All the possessions in there.
And we'll have out of bounds. Remains with St. Teresa. Oh, no. Little bit too much movement. Knew where she was going. Couldn't quite get her feet underneath. It's a 32-game win streak. Undefeated AP #1 since January. That's the New Year's resolution Bernie talked about. And their last defeat, as we mentioned in the Open, was against this very same Whipper team, and most of the players and faces are the same.
Nice board. Very active defensively.
Pace is very commensurate with a championship game. A little bit of spurts, lots of spurts. Feel each other out first quarter. Ipple, they're not going to give her that one again. She's got 2. Reebok takes it this time. Oh, look at Heine fight underneath, and we're going to get a foul, I think, on Rogers because of Heine's great position.
And if that's the case, would that be number 2? Yes, it would be.
And it does go against Monica Rogers. That is huge, folks. So Christina Moore, the senior who has been playing on a rotating basis with Lindsay Ipple and Monica Rogers, enters for St. Teresa for the first time.
And I think that's a big substitution because, you know, when a player of that, you know, capability is taken out in the first quarter, you want to attack inside just like that. Nicole Watzlawick puts herself in a position where she knows she can dominate now inside, so let's get the ball, force it inside. That's what she's saying.
Watch her drop step. She's so good on that left side and taking it, getting that foot behind the defender and pivoting and squaring out before she shoots. I'm sure we're going to see them bring it in to her more often. More on the outside. Reebok looking for somebody inside, and it's Kupish. Rebound Watzlawick, and the rebounding tale is what's so different in this ball game. Decatur St. Teresa is not used to seeing teams at this tournament as big as they are and playing a good positioning.
And both teams throughout the weekend have really dominated the boards.
And that's not to say anything about the teams. The teams here have been absolutely fantastic. There's just a lot more size with these two. Ileana Christian did a great job against Decatur St. Teresa. They were just outsized.
Look at the seal.
Heine does not get the roll. Ipple with the rebound.
St. Teresa slowing it down a little bit. Normally they would use transition here, but I think this is a smart move.
Whoa. Allison Ipple and Heine just went at it off the ball.
And good positioning, good board. She kept the ball up.
Lindsay Ipple, who had 27 points in the quarterfinal. Coach Ellett is yelling at Amanda Walker here that there wasn't much time left. She heard it just in time, and there's 1 tick of the clock left in this first quarter with St. Teresa up 14-11. And we were mentioning Lindsay having 27 points early. She only has 2 so far in this game, so a big change. So it's St. Teresa in the lead right now. We'll be back after these local messages.
We're back at Redbird Arena at the start of the second quarter where St. Teresa is leading by 3 points. And I am in the student section of St. Teresa where the energy level is just so high. They seem so excited to be here. And so I want to know, what grade are you in school?
Yeah, #1.
What grade are you in school?
Sophomore, we're #1, baby.
All right, you look a little older. What grade are you in school? What are you doing here?
17-year senior. It's great.
All right, well, it's good to see the school support coming from all angles. Back to you, Ann.
Thanks a lot, Allison. People having fun at the tournament. That's what it's all about. Watzlick and Monica Rogers fighting for it. Rogers back in the ball game with 2 fouls. Certainly wants to protect that with 8 minutes right here in the second quarter. Walker gets picked for Heine. Rogers is all over Watzlick with 2 fouls. I tell you what, she's living on the edge.
Yes, she is, but she's done that throughout the tournament.
We come back the other way. That 3-point lead by Decatur St. Teresa, and here's Allison Ippel camped out there, the 3-point area. Rebound Rogers, and this time she's going to pick up a foul from Jeffries.
Hampshire is very brave, I think, at this point for leaving the 3-point area as open as they have.
Yeah,
with Ippel going 2 for 5 from the 3-point line. 2 for 4 at that time, but then she missed it.
For the season, she's 36% from 3-point range. That's good. Nice drive by Reebok. Rebound Heine, who has been ever present on the boards. Out to Walker, but you see there's no number advantage. Decatur St. Teresa getting back very quickly. Oh, yeah, there's that bounce pass. You knew that was coming.
Wow. And I think what I really liked was the hesitation. She wanted to just make sure that she had the proper angle to the glass before she put up a shot. She didn't rush it at all.
That's what we talked about. Seeing her for 3 years and watching her mature has been a pleasure. And that's one of the things you see, finishing and being complete. Reebok from outside, off the back iron, and rebound Rogers is go right to the hole. Good, Monica Rogers.
Now again, you know, Monica had herself positioned outside from the block, which was great because it put her in great position to board.
Walker being double teamed. Somebody's got to be open. Watzlick from outside. A little bit unusual, but there's Heine with the rebound, trying to draw the foul. Nothing there. Watzlick comes away with it. Pure hustle. Walker will reset. Watzlick against Roger. Loves that glass. A rare miss off the bank and rebound to Monica. 16-13. Second quarter action. Class A state championship game. It's Decatur St. Teresa in blue. Hampshire in white as Rogers takes the outside shot. Rebounded by her teammate. Everybody on the floor, and it Watzlick controls.
Jessa Gobert went after that loose ball.
Watzlick again from outside. This time.
A nice catch and shoot. No hesitation. She knew right away what she was going to do with the ball.
She's a 62% field goal shooter for the season, averaging 18.6. Hasn't had to take that many from out there, but obviously showing her variety of skills. Rogers against Watzlick, takes the base. Oh, what a pass.
Nice assist. It did not fall, though.
The transition game of Hampshire has virtually been negated by Decatur St. Teresa off the rebound.
They'll get it down to half court, but then they have nowhere to go with it out of that first transition pass. And you can't ask for anything better than that defensively.
And they've gotten a lot of buckets off of that. There's going to be a foul, I believe, on Heine as she tried to stop Rogers from the fast break. Yep, it's going to go against Jackie. Her first, team second.
Second team foul.
And with that foul, we've got a 1-point ball game, and we'll be back after these network messages. Complex. Got something for us here, Jim?
Thanks a lot, Ann. A lot of anxious people here tonight, including the father of Jackie Heine. John Heine is with me right now. You just taking this cool, calm, and casual?
Best I can.
What'd you tell her before the game?
Just told her to relax, watch your fouls, play the best you can. It's going to be your last game, so just make it your best game.
Did you promise her anything special if she brings home a state championship?
Nope, nothing special.
All right. She is special. That's good enough. Thanks, John.
Thank you.
Back to you, Ann.
Thanks a lot, Jim. I tell you what, the parents have been involved. We heard Monica Rogers' parents earlier this afternoon, and they were talking about character and integrity, and obviously Jackie Heine's dad is still the same thing. It's enough to be here, to have the experience, and whatever you bring home's okay.
The work ethic is unbelievable. You know, we're courtside. We see it. I can feel it. With just every pass, every dribble, every possession. All 10 kids.
And even the bench, you've got players on the bench, they are leaning forward. You can read the body language. Take a points per game. Lindsay Ippel, 19.5 points per game. She had 27 in the quarterfinal, 2 so far. So that's a big factor so far early in this ballgame.
Well, I think, too, though, that her sister's really giving her some release by shooting on the inside, or shooting from the outside, because the defense on the interior is shutting off that interior game of what Ippel is so strong at. She and Rogers.
Well, remember, they look for each other so well inside. Oh, nice move by Monica Rogers. Watzlawick made it a little tougher for her and pulls down the board. One of the biggest things, I think, tonight is the one, and they're not getting the number of offensive rebounds.
Yes.
But they're in the lead by 1, and this is just exactly what we hoped it would be. Watzlawick, finger roll.
Such a great
good, but there's Heine.
Excellent rebound position for Heine. Again, working hard to maintain that position. But as you watch now down low, the Lady Whips are showing you what Coach Sue Elliott talked about. Her defense, she said she's going to use different shapes, and you'll see, sometimes you'll see a triangle, sometimes you'll see a box. She said, I'm a math teacher, and I'm going to go with shapes. I'm going to go the geometric defense. So I was anxious to see, and it's really working. It's shutting off that interior game.
Well, Nicole Watzlawick, there you see 18.6 per game, 10 already early in the second quarter. And there's a rebound, and Allison Ippel took the brunt of that one. Ouch. I'm sure there's been a few driveway battles like that with she and her sister, though. That was just a little up tap.
Well, being a triplet, the brother's involved with that, too.
He claims he taught him everything he knows.
Okay, I tell you what Nicole did there. She took 5 feet from where she received the pass and leaned into the glass. She took the entire lane as she stepped to the glass.
Well, if you own the lane, I guess you take it, huh? Into the ball game is Becky Brumner, number 5, as Allison Ippel takes the 3-point, and it's good. That's her third 3 of the ball game.
3 for 6.
Well, you know, they're trying to pull that defense out a little bit so they can pack it in on Lindsay and Monica. Nice crossover by Walker, goes to the glass. Oh, no good, but there's Heine.
Heine again.
And Lindsay Ippel with the block and rebound. We are all tied up. 2:47 left in the first half, 19 apiece. These are 2 warring teams.
1-3-1 defense right now. A little bit of a different look.
Reebok gets the 2.
Whoa.
We have a collision, Heine and Rogers.
I think that was just a little unfortunate, not on purpose, sorry I ran into you type situation. I'm not sure if they're going to call anything, but...
No, I think they're just calling it incidental, though. It didn't feel that way, I'm sure.
That's a great no call, really. Both players, your feet, you know, they get tied up.
Had nothing to do with the outcome. But 21-19, a 2-point St. Teresa lead. Over with the basketball.
Look at the defense. Look at the defense.
Oh, man. Bremner's all over, and she's going to get called for a foul. Phillips can't believe it.
Well, it was a good call. You know, she had great defense. Becky just, you know, really just needed to step back just a little bit because she couldn't go anywhere with the ball. And
well, things have tightened up in a hurry. Tough to get it in. Heine controls it, tries to find some baseline, and kicked away by Ippel. It will stay with the Whippers.
You know, Ann, you and I have talked so much about throughout the tournament, the hands, the ability that the girls have to catch some of these passes and to maintain possession of the basketball.
Look at Walker, established position here. Brumner using her size. She's not been able to penetrate that inside, but once. Heine with a great move.
Oh! If you could see that from where we saw that, The positioning that she held and the step through that she used to get to the glass.
That was gorgeous. Ties the game at 21. Inside, tries to go underhand is Allison Ipple, and it comes out to Walker. Under 2 in the first half, all tied up 21 apiece. Undefeated St. Teresa against the team that beat them last year in the quarterfinals, the Hampshire Whippers. Nice step bounce pass, and there's Watzlawick for 2. Watzlawick has 14 points in the first half. She only averages 18.6. Lindsay Ipple goes inside. There she goes. She gets on track. That's going to be a big plus for the Bulldogs. If you're on the other side, you don't want that to happen going into the half. Walker triggers it at the top. Heine set screen back door. Oh, rare miss for Walker.
Well, you know, and they really caught the defense on their heels because Amanda passed the ball from the top of the perimeter and did a nice give and go. No one really expected that because usually Heine's down there or Watzlawick is down there.
You know, she's known for that. That's pretty much how they won against Riverton on a rebound. She just flew the length of the court. Set play, put it in, coast to coast. Bremner over to Kupish. And Reebok, a little bit short rebound, Walker. Looking down just one a few times. Gobert gets ahead of Bremner, rolls it in.
A lot of determination on that shot. This is a barn burner.
It's
halftime championship game, 2-point difference. It's great.
Lindsay, ball fake, tipped, gets her own rebound. Now she's going to draw the foul from Heine. Oh, he's called for a travel. She was a sandwich. Heine and Watzlawick had her squished. So she tried to step through. Instead of the foul, she was called for a travel.
She changed her pivot foot.
2-point ball game. Only play for 1. 17 seconds to go. Walker in charge. Probably look for a good shot whenever it is, or wait. 5 seconds, Walker with the ball. She loves this stage, bounced up. Watzlawick has a chance, and it will end with a 2-point ball game and bodies on the floor. And if there's a way to describe this game, that's it.
Whoa. Not happy about that.
Whoa, we got a little bit
what
of
a bumping, grinding, kicking, and chewing.
I'll tell you what, it's just what we look for. We want this game to be as exciting as these two teams are putting it all on the floor. 25-23 at half. The 2-point lead to the Whippers. Let's go to Allison for some excitement here in the arena.
Okay, I'm here with Hampshire's coach, Sue Ellett. What was your strategy coming into game against the Twin Towers? Lindsay Ipples only scored 4 points in the game.
Right, well, I teach math for a living and I believe in shapes. And that's about all I'm going to tell you about our strategy. But we've got kids in the right spots in some special shapes out there, and they're doing a great job rebounding for me. We've held her down. We've got 16 more minutes, though. She's going to make a run.
What are you going to do more of in the second half of the game?
We're going to try and control tempo, make sure we don't turn the ball over as much, keep going to Watzlawick, and see how we come out in the end. 32 minutes, any kid can win a game, and we're just happy to be up 2. I'd like it to be that way 16 minutes from now.
All right. Well, good luck, Coach, and good job.
Thank you.
Thank you. Back to you, Ann.
Thanks a lot, Allison. And as we see players come on the floor, we've got a 2-point ball game, and we'll be back after these local messages. Back at Redbird Arena, and it's time for the 3rd and 4th place awards. And for that, let's go to Jeff Fritzen, our PA announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to midcourt for the presentation of the 3rd and 4th place team and individual awards for 2004 March Madness. Presenting medallions will be members of the Illinois High School Association Board of Directors attending this evening's games. They are IHSA Secretary Catherine Flanagan of Chicago Manly, Todd Prusader of Rochelle, Ron Connor of Clinton, Jim Woodward of Anna Jonesboro, Dr. Diane Dyer Dawson of Chicago Collins, and Catherine Finch of Stockton. At this time, please meet the Lady Vikings of Ileana Christian High School of Lansing, who finished the 2004 season in 4th place with a record of 22 wins and 12 losses. Presenting the awards will be Dr. Diane Dyer-Dawson, assisted by Ron Connor. First meet the girls' athletic director from Ileana Christian High School, Deb Camp. Boys Athletic Director Lance Davids. Head Coach Liz Metcalf. Assistant Coach Betty Blink. Assistant Coach Dave Bosman. Assistant Coach Christy Maidema. And now the Lady Vikings team members, Jory Mitchell. Danae Croswick. Meredith Piersma. Laura Van Wielden. Erica Bruxvort. Jessica Timmer. Kelly Kuiper. Corinne Skiringa. Deanna Moose. Hannah Smith. Katie Singer. Becky Ridinga. Laura Krieger. Lauren Zylstra. And Angela Denny. At this time, please meet the Blue Girls of Carthage High School, who finished the 2004 season in 3rd place with a final record of 27 wins, 8 losses. The awards for Carthage will be presented by Catherine Finch, assisted by Jim Woodward. At this time, please meet High School Superintendent Dan James. Principal Brad Hall. Head Coach Bill Lapp.
How are you doing? I'm great.
Assistant Coach Cy Hickenbottom. Assistant Coach Jeff Thorman. Trainer Jason Lemley. Statistician Raylene Boston. Statistician Libby White. Statistician Heather Knowles. and statistician Katie Horn. And now the squad members, Caitlin Bostert, Kayla Bisbee, Mackenzie Long, Casey Swisher, Lexanne Dickerson, Sarah Bennett, Mary Carlisle, Brianne Guyman, Brandy Feck, Megan Shirey, Ashley Dornan, and Rochelle Boston. And now will coach Liz Metcalf of Ileana Christian please step forward to receive the 4th place trophy. And now will coach Bill Lapp of Carthage please step forward to receive the 3rd place trophy.
Congratulations to Carthage as they hoist that 3rd place trophy, and we'll be back after these local messages. There you have it. It's the Whippers with a 2-point lead over previously undefeated Decatur St. Teresa. They want to stay that way, and it's been everything we could ask, Bernie, in this ballgame.
Well, you know, we came into this knowing that this was going to be a defensive battle. I'm very intrigued by what Coach Ellett has mentioned about her defense. I love defense. This is just my take on it because I'm trying to figure it out. She talked about shapes and sizes and math. I'm looking at the possibility of maybe pentagon. I'm going to ask her. I'm thinking, you know, there are 5 sides that she wants to cover, 5 areas on the floor. And anytime that ball moves, she wants them to move and get the proper angles on the floor, not only with the passing angle, but also the angle to the glass so that they can dominate the rebound positioning. And you could see that out on the floor. They're all shifting. Yep. They all have proper angles on the floor, not only passing, but also defending.
Well, obviously it's had an effect because Decatur St. Teresa's for the season's hitting 58% field goal percent. They've been held at 32. Let's look at the rest of the stats here at halftime. The score, of course, is even. Field goal percentage we just talked about a little bit. Free throws, St. Teresa has yet to get to the free throw line. The 3-point field goals have been, Allison Ipple has been keeping them in and taking up her sister's slack. 20 rebounds, 18, pretty even. Assists, pretty even.
Well, you know, I think it all looks even, but what we don't realize is the fact that Hampshire is really dominating inside. What has brought St. Teresa where they're at? Dominating inside in the paint. They've scored 70-some points every game throughout the season. They only have 23. And so I think that's the difference of the game. Interior post play.
And right now, Hampshire winning that battle. We'll be back after these local messages.
Number 8, press row. The teams will be announced on.
We are back at Redbird Arena. Bill Ibsen is standing by. What'd you say at halftime? You're trailing by 2. It's still anybody's ball game.
Yeah, we're not satisfied. We did not play as well as we thought. We took 21 shots from our guards, only 12 shots underneath. That's not what we've done all year, so we're going to try to get back to what we've done. They're doing a great job on their zone. We've seen several zones this year, so we're going to try to work the ball around and attack the basket, try to get to that free throw line a little bit more.
We'll see how it turns out, Coach. Best of luck.
All right, thank you.
Highlights coming up with Ann. Ann, it's back to you.
Thanks, Jim. Coach at my side, exactly what she thought Bill Ibsen would say. Get inside. Let's take a look at the highlights of the first half. Here's
Allison Ipple hitting back-to-back 3-point shots, but wanting to work inside. Nicole Watzelwick taking that dominant force inside. Monica Rogers fighting so hard to get that position and scoring. Again, facing the basket, Nicole Watzlawick with a nice jump shot. Putting it back up, number 24, Amanda Reebok, Monica Rogers, everything in the paint. Nice lead pass to Jessica Gobert. And a final three-point shot by Allison Ipple. But he wants to work it inside.
We'll be back with a second half right after this network break. There's the Hampshire Whipper crowd in a frenzy with their team leading by 2 over undefeated.
The next American Idol.
We told you this place has been rocking all tournament, and there you have it. We had a little dance contest going on between the fans as the action opens up with Decatur St. Teresa with the ball and a 2-point deficit. Go right to Lindsay Ipple, who has only had 4 points and tied up by Watzlawick. Possession to the Whippers. You got to figure Bill Ipson was going to have them go
he
inside.
wants to work the ball inside. They may want to make a decision to try and not go the first pass on that one side and work the ball reversal to shift that defense just a little bit.
Well, she and Rogers work so well together, too. Watzlawick short on the bank shot. Ipple rebounding. The long arms of Jackie Heine. Got quite a wingspan. Down on the baseline, trapped down there, taken away. Watzlawick ends up with it. It was tipped by Jeffries and Walker. Now they get the ball down quickly, but defensively, St. Teresa covers. Heine bounces to Watzlawick, going against Rogers. What a spin move! It is!
I tell you what, that's a clinic right there on what to do at the post position. So many people are shaking their head in this place.
Talked about her footwork. That's what I've been privileged to watch for 3 years develop, and boy, she's got it down. And I'll bet you they're not going to give an open look to Allison Ipple on the threes this half. She'll probably still score him, but she's not going to get as easy or as open. Heine there, right out there with her. Rogers going baseline. Bank shot in.
That was an exceptional power slide. When she put the ball down, she just powered out with a slide to the glass.
Reebok on Walker, cuts through with her. Everybody's man. Jeffries loses the handle and out of bounds turnover. Not very many turnovers in this ball game. They're part of the canine unit of the Bulldogs. 6:20 to play, third quarter. Championship Class A action. Ann Penson with Bernie Chero. Skip pass over to Reebok, inside to Ipple. They're going to get her involved right away. Watzlawick there and picked up by Heine. Heine has been ever present.
Yes, she has.
If there's the ball, there's Heine.
She must have had a little bit of a bloody nose because she has something stuck in her nose, like cotton, possibly. Maybe she was elbowed earlier.
Well, lest you think this isn't physical. You haven't been watching. It does look like she looks like a boxer.
Yeah.
Talk about it. Jeffries takes it at the elbow, a little bit short, and rebounded Reebok.
Here comes transition. We haven't seen it.
No advantage.
Power slide again.
Rogers for 2, and she's going to go to the line.
Out the basket by Monica Rogers.
Well, she and Gobert tangled up. Gobert went flying. That left an opening for Monica Rogers, as you see Bill Ipson. Here's the replay.
You could see the transition started, and when they got the ball, she just kept her eyes focused on the glass, went up strong. She never looked at the floor.
And rimmed in and out. Heine was charged with that foul. (27-27). Back and forth we go. Everything you want in a championship contest, Bernie.
And more.
Rogers put her shoulder down but didn't shove. That was a nice acting job by Walker. Ipple.
Triple team.
Watzlawick. Oh, over the top.
Talk about strength, determination.
I think she got the message from Coach.
Absolutely. Last 2 baskets. Take it where you know it's going to work. And she's been relatively quiet in the game.
Yes, she has, and that was one thing we talked about, points in the paint, a big difference. And on that spin move, we're going to get a timeout. Bill Ipson is all over his team, putting high five. St. Teresa with a 2-point lead, and they are undefeated. And there have been a few undefeated teams in this tournament coming in the championship. Let's take a look at them. First, coming into this, the undefeated state champs, Quincy Notre Dame, Seneca, T-Town, Sullivan, and Carlisle. In chronological order from 83 to 97. And then those who had their only loss in this championship game to T-Town, Carthage, Hancock Central, Hume, Shiloh, Seneca, Alwood, and Carrollton last in 99. A lot of pressure going undefeated. But I think Bill Ipson's done a great job of keeping his team focused on the game, not the record.
Yes, and he's doing a great job getting them to, you just watch this offense right now. They used approximately 7 passes before they went to the glass, which makes the defense have to work and have to shift.
It was a great shot by Reebok.
They're presently on a 6-0 run.
Bodies all over Honey and Rogers. And if this foul is on Rogers, it would be her 3rd, which would be a big call. And it is.
It's on Heine.
And that, so it was going to be 3 on somebody, and it's on Jackie Heine.
It's unfortunate because there was a loose ball that she actually went through. She fell, and I'm not sure where the contact was in the interpretation of the official, but it was on Jackie Heine.
She was just kind of laying there on the floor, and Monica Rogers tripped over, but the foul was called, and Bill Ipson is, as Jackie Heine goes to the bench. Sue Ellett certainly concerned about that, as Heine has been ever present there, especially on the boards.
And she must be bleeding again because they're having to had her, do the substitution. She must have blood on her jersey.
The trainers do a great job keeping these kids fit and taking care of their health and well-being. And right now, it's a uniform that needs attention. Long shot by Allison Ipple. And Jamie Jeffers wisely just keeps everybody away.
Well, we always travel with an extra white shirt because you don't want to keep her out of the game for any length of time. They're getting her back in. It's like a change in tennis.
31-27. It's one of the biggest leads of the ballgame with 4. And Hampshire from...
Big 3-point shot.
Abby Young came in the ballgame for Heine and promptly nails a 3.
Come off the bench, hit a 3.
That's why it takes a team to win a ballgame. That ball, and there's Abby Young with the steals. The boy makes Sue Ellett look like a genius. Abby's been doing this all year, though, coming off the bench to help out her whippers. Young looking inside for Watslick. She and Rogers going at it pretty good. Oh, tipped. Rogers kind of helped the official on that one. I'll guarantee you they'll feel this one tomorrow.
Yes.
Jamie
The
Jeffers.
hot tub will be busy tonight at the hotel.
You don't feel anything when you win. Allison Ipple on the left side. She has not had a look at a 3 in this half. Reebok. The zone inside to Rogers. Good ball.
Look at the ball movement. Working the reversal, working to the open player.
Ball fakes. Whoa. And Heine, if she gets that, it's going to be huge. That would be 4 fouls on Jackie Heine and not where they wanted to pick them up.
That's trouble.
So at 3 minutes,
Sue is going to have to get her out of there.
Jamie Jeffries returns quickly, and mark this at 3 minutes of the third quarter.
The reason why I think this is huge is because they go with that solid 6. They only play 6 kids.
They have had more rest, but the bigger thing is the size and size. Jeffries is not as big as, or quite the offensive threat.
That was a great call, great call. And Monica, she was just working for position.
And that is her 3rd foul, so Rogers with
just watch her elbow, the right side. She's working. Here you go. Give me that spot. Oh.
Oh, clear out move. Watslick setting the pick up high. Oh, there's some solid picks being said. Go, Bird. No roll. Rebound, Rogers. Now, without Heine in there, the defensive boards, things may change a little bit.
Yes, and I think we're going to see St. Teresa be able to dominate a little bit more inside. But again, watch the passing and the ball movement. Look at that. Yeah. Now, I'll tell you what, Monica Rogers did that. She drew the defender. You could actually see the defense coming off as she goes with the power slide. She's going to go ahead and take this drive to the basket as she's coming through, dishes off. Great job.
Oh, and she's happy about it too. Slapping 5 with Monica. Trying for the old-fashioned three-point play, and it is good. So Ipple, after being fairly quiet in the first half, now has 5 in the second. 9 outside. Oh, Abby, a little bit off.
Now look at the presence of Monica since we've seen Heine sitting the bench. 3 rebounds, a score, and an assist.
Now, Amanda Walker's dropped down a little bit. She's big enough, although she plays that point guard, to take up some space and play on those bigger players inside. Oh, Allison Ipple with a look at the 3.
That's the 4th one. And this is what's tough, you know, do you call a timeout here to, you know, make sure that things don't get out of control, or you let the kids play through this?
It's a big run since we saw Heine go out. Man, Abby, just a little bit off. Takes aim, and only 1 shot. No offensive rebound since Heine's been out of there. So sealing off are the Bulldogs of St. Teresa. And they've got a 7-point lead with 1 minute left in the 3rd quarter. Inside Ipple, tipped, Rogers gets it, and she's gonna get fouled by Abby Young.
Monica knows where the ball is. She just has that innate ability to get herself offensive positioning.
Monica's a 77% free throw shooter. She's 4 for 8 from the field.
And you know, that's a little deceptive because the shots that she's missed, they were perimeter shots. And I think she's really a power forward.
A natural 4?
Yes. Strong forward, power forward.
Watslick, 16 for Hampshire, and Allison Ipple, 14 for the Bulldogs of Decatur St. Teresa. Biggest lead of the ball game, 39-30. Out of bounds, stays with the white and purple. That is where the name came from, white and purple whippers. Nobody's quite sure, or at least I'm not, as to who decided that at what class, but I know that there was some class that's gotten credit for it. Amanda Walker doesn't care about that. All she wants to do is help put some points on the board for her
This is a big possession. They need to score prior to the quarter ending. And she did. She bobbled the ball.
You know, we've talked about the Walker effect in this tournament. Amanda Walker has been held scoreless so far, and none of her characteristic drives down the lane.
The interesting thing, though, she seems to just turn things on in the 4th quarter. She needs to do it now.
She's a pressure player. Ipple with the off the nice pass. Rebound, Rogers and let her inside.
And a board.
Since Heine's been out of the ballgame, Monica Rogers has just dominated the boards. Amanda Walker charged with that violation, or that foul, her first. That gives them 6, which will then put St. Teresa in the bonus on the next occasion. Gets the roll. Rogers with 9.
Sue's trying to decide if she's going to put Heine in at the beginning of the 4th quarter. They need her out on the floor.
Makes both 41-30 the lead with about 25 seconds to go. Ball tipped away, and Allison can't get there. Should stay with White. 41-30.
Solid inbounds play would help the Whippers.
They'd love to get a score. 3 would be great, but a 2 for sure. Watslick, they probably go to her. She takes it and gets the roll. They go Watslick. Go to your star. 18 points for Nicole
on the clock.
Into Ipple and Rogers. Oh, it's the buzzer, and it counts.
Again, you know, it's almost an intrinsic thing for her to know where to be underneath the glass.
But as you see, Decatur St. Teresa celebrating the huddle. They got one more quarter of action in Class A championship play, and we'll be back after this local break.
One more quarter to play. St. Teresa has surged in front with a great third quarter. It's been Ipples everywhere, and of course, Linda Ipple, the mother of Lindsay and Allison, is here. Are you able to control yourself at this point?
It's not easy. It's pretty exciting.
What would it mean to your girls to win a state championship?
A lot. They've been working really hard since they've been very young, and this team has really gelled together as teammates, and this is the year they can do it.
The longest 8 minutes of your life are about to unfold.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Back to you, Ann.
Thanks a lot, Jim, and it's nice to see Mrs. Ipple. She's certainly been involved with their triplets, and as seniors, it's going to be, I don't know if there's any little Ipples around, but that'd be a big empty nest. And you lose 3 in one shot, and we have a 11-point ball game. Amanda Walker, where she's shown in the fourth quarter. Let's see what she's going to do with her team.
Heine's back in the game.
A little bit of a risk, and that ball just out of the reach of Jessica Gobert. Turnover to the Bulldogs.
We'll have to keep an eye on the fact that she has 4 fouls, Jackie Heine, but is really needed out on the floor.
Tough part is she's on Monica Rogers' favorite side. The ball tipped by Heine. She's got very active hands. Gobert in there as well. They can run some clock. There's no need for them to score, but you don't want to change your tempo.
Well, they definitely have the momentum at this point. Shot selection will be critical. There's no need to rush.
They're in that zone to protect, and now we're going to draw a foul
If you've noticed in the last probably 4 or 5 minutes, Decatur is actually running a weak side cutter across the lane, and the defense, they're not cutting that cutter, so it's allowing the pass to come in from the weak side, which is allowing them to shoot from the inside out.
The fouls are 7 fouls on Hampshire, only 1 on Decatur St. Teresa, so that means that Decatur St. Teresa will be shooting free throws in the bonus for the rest of the ballgame. And Rogers capitalizes on the first, looking at the second.
Well, there is a big difference, 7-1.
That is her 16th point of the ballgame, all but 4 here in the second half. Walker with a pick off of Heine. There's so much contact as Heine's trying to establish position against Rogers. Watzlawick, a lot of movement with the ball, but nobody moving without it right now. Watzlawick on the baseline tries to force it inside, and she's fouled. They're really pushing her down deep, Bernie, on that baseline.
Well, the rotation is coming from the top. You know, you want to front the post player, but she's so big, so they're going to need to have that help side. And big by, I mean, she takes up a good amount of space, which is what you want in a post player. So when they rotate down, that's forcing her to go below the block.
First free throw is good by Watzlawick. 19 points for the senior center. And we'll have a substitution. Monica Rogers going to get a little bit of a breather as Christina Moore comes in to replace her. Plenty of time left in this ball game. 6:43. Each team has been capable of spurts throughout the tournament. And Watzlawick with some very important free throws.
Well, there's plenty of time in this ball game. The 6 minutes and 40 seconds could be a lifetime. Big defensive stance here would help Hampshire tremendously.
Depending on which side you're on, it's long, it goes fast, or it goes slow. And both these teams have been absolutely fantastic throughout the tournament, deserve to be here, and have done their teams, coaches, and parents very proud. Reebok with an open look. Oh, Ipple's gonna get, I believe, she cleared out everybody there and put him on the ground. Lindsay Ipple with her first foul of the ball game. Some whippers went flying.
I have never seen so many players hammered to the floor as I have today. It's great though. It's just, I love seeing the physical nature of the game.
It's not acting either. These kids are really going at it.
They're working hard. Look at her. She wants the ball.
And she had a little bit of, Gover had a little trouble with the basketball. Sue Ellett calling out the defense, and she's got a claw. 5. I wonder if that's a pentagon.
That could be that pentagon with a grab, maybe?
I don't know. We're making that up. We're just guessing as to what those shapes are from the math teacher. Reebok with Gobert on her. Of course, they can afford to pull it out a little bit. Goopish. Allison Ipple to sister Lindsay.
Again, weak side cut. She came all the way from the weak side.
Ran into Watswick with the big arms up. 11-point deficit. Looking inside. Heine's got Watswick, who'll take it from the L and gets the bucket.
Nicole is the type of player, she can face the basket. She can, you know, have it on the left side behind her.
You know, Bernie, Reebok is a young lady who we may not have talked enough about because we're talking about the interior, but this young lady's drawn the toughest defensive assignments and run this ball club with a confidence.
Throughout the whole tournament.
Absolutely. Run down by Allison Whipple to Lindsay, corrals it, and they're just kind of looking for a cutter, and it's tipped away by her.
That was a big tip.
Walker's got numbers. Heine's got to be careful. Gets the bucket and the foul.
Oh, wow. You talk about determination. When they had that steal, coming out of that steal, you could see how the strides that Heine had down the floor, she didn't take up a whole lot of time to get the ball to the basket.
No, and it's a risk, too. She's got 4 fouls, and she's got to make sure she's got it. She's ahead because she could get called for a charge. It's a concern.
Take a look at how she just attacks the basket. 1, 2, and in. Goes right to the glass.
And Coach Ibsen, concerned, brings Monica Rogers right back in the ball game as he saw the lead drip down to 7. That ball is off, not good by Heine. And we're going to get a hold.
And she knew it. I'm very impressed with the way she handled that because, you know, you don't want to reach in for the ball. You could reach in to put 2 hands on the ball, but don't reach to grab the ball because that would be determined to be a reach.
Very classy by Nicole Watswick.
Yes.
You don't see any expression. All she did was say, nice job, ref. Yeah, I did it. It's refreshing to see that.
Yes. This whole tournament, we've really seen excellent attitudes throughout. The young ladies have shown, you know, they're here to play basketball, and they're here to do what they do best. They're not going to argue. They're not going to be disappointed in anything other than what's happening out on the floor.
Well, like we always say, coaches coach, players play, and officials officiate.
Yes, yes.
That first one's good by Allison Ipple. Allison with 15 points. And number 16. 47-38. The lead is 9. St. Teresa trying to stay undefeated. There are 4:51 left of this copyrighted broadcast is presented for the entertainment and non-commercial use of our audience. Any reproduction or other use of this program without the express written consent of the Illinois High School Association and cost broadcast sales is strictly prohibited. Hey, Jim Albrecht, let's hear what some summary over there, Jim.
I was just inside the St. Teresa huddle, as close as I could get anyway. When they get the ball back, they want to make sure they go low post. They want to make sure they use the foul trouble that Hampshire's in. Back to you, ladies.
Jim, sounds like a good game plan. Sue Ellen would like to change that on her side. Heine with the ball down to Watson. Goes right at Ipple. Nice spin move. And she draws the foul. She splits the D. Oh, and that is huge because that foul is against Monica Rogers. And now it is her 4. So Rogers with 4 for Decatur. And Heine with 4 for Hampshire.
Well, it's unfortunate because Monica could not be in a better position. She was straight up defensively. And one of the things that Nicole Watswick does best is step through the defender and lean to the glass.
Stand corrected. That is 5 fouls from Monica Rogers, averaging 24 points a game, 16 today, and has been a big factor, as we talked about in the open, and has proven her mettle here today. She is a fabulous ball player. Watswick at the line. With 4:40 to go and a 9-point lead, Hampshire trying to chip away, starting with the free throws. Watswick is a 75% free throw shooter. As you see, Coach Sue Ellett gotta be having butterflies over there. Both coaches done a terrific job of preparing their teams for this contest. And misses them both. Heine with a rebound, puts it up and in.
Wow. What can you say about that type of determination to the glass?
Gobert all over Reebok. As intensity, you had to figure that was going to happen. You wasn't going to let him do that all the way down. Gobert's second, but of course they're in the bonus, so every time there's a foul, we're going to see blue at the line. And this time it's Reebok.
I'm sure that they're going to attack the basket because of that reason.
We're also seeing an offensive-defensive substitutions by Coach Sue Ellett. Gobert playing defense and Abby Young playing offense.
Yes.
And again, that was missed as well, but rebounded by Lindsay Ipple. Staying with the man. Reebok.
Oh. And you know what? It was, again, she thought about doing a hesitation dribble and just hesitated a little bit too long.
Well, I think Heine took a little jab step at her, too, and she wasn't sure if what she was going to do. Probably wanted to draw that foul as well. Here you take a look at the big change. Early it was all St. Teresa, or all Hampshire. Now St. Teresa's brought that up. Exactly what Coach Ibsen said he wanted to do. Go to our inside game that has taken us to the undefeated record. Hampshire down by 7. St. Teresa, Heine outside.
You can't leave her open like that. You have got to be aware of where one of their leading scorers is out on the floor.
Jackie Heine all of a sudden 6 points in this half after garnering 4 fouls. With Rogers out of the ball game, is able to go out and leave Watswick to take care of the lane. 3:38 to play, a 5-point ball game. It was up to 13 at one time, and Coach Bill Ibsen wants a timeout to talk to his Bulldogs. We'll be back with 3:34 to go. Network messages. During the timeout, the St. Teresa Bulldog flag was being carried around the upper mezzanine. As you see, the Hampshire Whippers waving their purple and white pom-poms. There's the flag being carried back down by that 17-year-old. And in that timeout, we noticed something very important. Monica Rogers, who was fouled out, was definitely involved in this ball game from her place on the bench.
Yes, and you know, she was involved in the timeout, talked, you know, she wants to be a coach when she's done with her game. And she's just a part of it all, and that's what you need to see a player do. Even though you're fouled out of the game.
Interesting, kind of early in the delay tactic, and Reebok goes to the hoop and is fouled. Lot of time.
I'm surprised she put up that shot. Coach Ibsen was wanting her to just, you know, delay that. Now look, he's discussing some things with Monica.
She's starting her coaching career early. I know she'd much rather be on the floor.
Yes, she would.
Reebok at the free throw line. Good. I love her free throw motion. And entering in the line, here's that offensive substitution. Abby Young entering for Jeffries. I'm sorry, for Gobert. Reebok hands them both. 8 points for the senior. 7-point ball game. Time becoming a big factor, and Allison Ipple bumps Heine on her way to the hoop, and we'll get a foul. They're still not in the bonus, however, so it'll be out of bounds. But they will be on the next. Double bonus for St. Teresa, and 1-and-1s for Hampshire the rest of the way. Heine can't get anybody inside there. Walker way down deep.
Get past weak side, wide open.
Don't want to spend a lot of time dribbling because time is not your friend if you're wearing white and purple. Heine with the loose ball, and she's going to get fouled out on top by Reebok on a reach.
St. Teresa foul on 24,
Of course, Bill Epson does not want that clock to stop at all.
The clock really is not something that he wants to stop. Of course, Hampshire would prefer it to stop because the best way to score is when it's not running for them when you're behind.
Jackie Heine, senior who's been playing with 4 fouls, nails the first. These two teams have been so fabulous through this tournament. Both coaches have been preparing them well. Everything they've said to us has been clear, concise, and accurate as Heine nails both of them.
Both excellent game plans.
Outstanding, and these
little bit of pressure, full court pressure. We haven't seen that in the game yet.
Allison Ipple,
full court, man-to-man.
Ball handling. As Kupish now picks it up, blocked by Jeffries, and now Reebok takes over. You saw, oh, nice move. Christina Moore cans the big bucket.
That was a big, big bucket.
Her first 2 points, and what a time to put it in. 7 back to 7. Trying to get into Wadslewick, who goes against Ipple and off the glass and double team.
Still able to extend to the glass.
That big drop step around the D. Back to 5, 2:14 to play. St. Teresa trying to become the 7th undefeated team to win the state championship.
They're going to have to make sure that they match up because they can't give the time an opportunity to run off the clock.
Jeffries fouled because of the timing, and that will be a 2-shot because we're in the double bonus. Her third, putting Kupish at the line. Kupish has not scored yet tonight, so this is her first chance. And makes it good. Abby Young returns, 3-point shooter. And she sends Jeffries back and off the floor. Oh, down to talk to coach. I'm gonna say we got to play with 5. Kupish, short, Heine, looks for a quick outlet, not there. They're definitely doing a nice job of keeping that ball from going out so high. Young, Amanda Walker all the way to the hoop, and she's gonna get called for the charge.
Crowd not happy about that call. You can see the determination as she's dribbling. She probably would have been safer if she pulled up the ball a little bit sooner.
Similar to the play that they beat Riverton on, where she went coast to coast off a foul shot rebound. At that time, the defense was there, and she was called for the foul. And the delay, 140, 6-point lead. That's just a 2-possession ball game.
Right. Too much time is coming off the clock. The pressure and possibly even the foul should occur in the backcourt when you're only letting maybe 2 or 3 seconds come off the clock. The unfortunate thing is the double bonus, as you mentioned earlier.
Coach Sue Ellett. Lindsay Ipple at the free throw line. Makes the first, that's her 10th point of the evening. Certainly below her tournament average, but no less important have been her contributions otherwise, and certainly Sister Allison has picked up the scoring slack. And she makes them both.
A lot of confidence at the line.
You get 3 players in double figures, you're balanced. Abby Young for 3, just a little long. Wadslewick tries to rebound and picked up by Kupish. And we're gonna have a foul. We wait to see who that's gonna be called on. It's called on number 42, it's called on Abby Young, her second. And that sends Kupish to the line. A little bit short. It's an 8-point ball game with 1:24 to go. Sue Ellett clearly communicating what does she wants to happen.
Well, they're going to try and come down and hit a quick 3, possibly call a timeout.
Quick outlet to Amanda Walker, who's looking down the side. She's got Abby Young open, and Kupish was there. Ball out of bounds and stays in possession of the Whippers. They got what they wanted, but Kupish on the D to stop that 3-point attempt. Big, big possession right here. They need to bring it within 2 possessions, and Decatur St. Teresa wants to keep it right where it's at. Wadslewick Tried to be saved by Jeffries, unsuccessful. And St. Teresa now has a friend in the scoreboard clock. Oh, nice steal by Walker. Jump ball called as she tried to steal it from Ippel. She was hoping she was going to draw the foul. But Ippel's strong enough to maintain possession, and it will go back to the Whippers. So it was a defensive play all the same. 54-46, 1:08 to play. Heine inside.
That's Heine's 5th foul.
And that is going to be Jackie Heine's 5th foul as well. So both Monica Rogers and Jackie Heine.
As unhappy as the coach looks, you'll see she used her upper body to get position on the shot.
Look at those stats.
Nonetheless, she did a great job, had a great game. She's using her strength. You'll see the shoulder inside. That was a good reaction to that.
There was definitely a little contact.
A little bit of contact.
And a little bit of action.
And a little bit, yes.
Either way.
But, you know, that's all part of the game. And
Heine did put her shoulder down, and Ippel took advantage of it. They're smart ball players, and she goes out with 15
and
points.
Excellent positioning, yes.
Look at that intensity. She's got her nose stuffed because of blood, and she's a warrior over there. This
definitely left it on the floor. They talked about that all weekend, too.
Ippel with the free throw. He's like automatic, as you see. Bill Epson looks calm, but I am sure the Butterflies are having a heyday in his stomach. Yeah, does not get that rush. Gets 1 of 2. 55-46. Just about a minute to play. Down quickly is Gilbert, and the Whippers are going to have to foul Walker, I believe, this time. Amanda Walker picks up the foul, and they're definitely making sure that not too much time does go off the clock if they're not successful on the score.
Correct.
And they're going to send Kupish to the line.
Well, Decatur is really playing some very, tenacious defense this last minute and a half, trying to make sure that if Hampshire puts up a shot, it's going to be a tough shot.
Kupish, a 63% shooter at the free throw line for the year. Had a little bit of trouble here down the stretch, but her team's managed to hang on to that lead, and she gets the second. 56-46, 10 points as Abby Young sets up the three. Unsuccessful, it's a fight for the ball. Reba comes out with it, looks down to Moore, who decides to hold it up for time. Steps and travels, can't believe it. 45 seconds, 10-point lead. Decatur St. Teresa, all the kids on the bench are standing, hoping that their undefeated season will come to what they focused on early in the year and get their revenge against Hampshire, who took them out of the tournament last year. Amanda Walker's fouled on that shot.
That'll be three shots. Yes, it'll be a three-shot foul.
I always say don't foul the three-point shooter.
Well, you really don't, when you have the lead, you don't want to stop the clock. Let them take that shot, box out, let it be a one-shot situation, and you maintain possession of the ball.
That foul is called on Kupish. Walker at the line. These are huge free throws, and she's got 3. That is her first points of the ball game for the junior. Very unusual. Amanda Walker averages almost 11 points a ball game, as you see the 3 coaches, the future one and the current ones.
I'm really enjoying that because Bill is still coaching Monica, even though she's not in the game. And that's what coaching's about. You have to coach all the way through. It's always a learning experience.
Walker makes 2 out of 3, bringing it up to only an 8-point deficit. Now in the ball game, number 12.
I think that's a defensive substitution.
A lot of energy, quickness. And we're going to get a foul as the Whippers have to foul to get a change of possession, stop that clock. There you see the time, 35.1 seconds, an 8-point lead, and the Bulldogs hoping that clock runs in a hurry as Reebok goes to the free throw line. And they're starting to say we're number 1, and maybe a little bit early. That's certainly what they hope will be the outcome, and they have certainly been #1 in the rankings since January.
Yes.
New Year's resolution.
The definite keys to the game would be, you know, why ruin a good thing? They're undefeated. They wanted to be in a position to say we had an undefeated season.
Not many teams can say that. And Reebok may have just put the icing on the cake. 57-48, time running out for the Whippers on their fabulous season against the Bulldogs of St. Teresa. Rebound back up, Walker for 2. Never say die. These Whippers do not ever quit.
Hands are reminded to stay in your seats immediately following game for the award presentation.
Amanda Walker, after having no points in the game, has got 4 real quickly here with under a minute to play and brought it back to 7 as you see the huddle. What do you say at this point when you're
you
more
know,
than 2 possessions?
if they could get a solid denial, not allow the ball in bounds, get a turnover, then get the ball underneath at your own basket, you're going to have an opportunity to put up a shot. Of course, you'd want to put up a 3-point shot. This is definitely a 3-possession game. So it's going to be very difficult, but again, she has the timeouts. You have to do it 1 possession at a time.
Well, if you've enjoyed this weekend, as we certainly have, you've got more 3 weeks in a row on the IHSA Network. Girls Class AA next Friday and Saturday, March 5th and 6th. And 2 weeks away, it'll be Boys Class A the 12th and 13th of March. And it'll be finalized by the Boys Class AA in 3 weeks from now. And March Madness will conclude on the 20th of March with the AA Boys State Championship game here on the IHSA Network. There you see the Bulldogs who've been working hard in the stands all day, cheering on St. Teresa all the way.
A lot of credit should go to both teams because the fan base has been exceptional.
This place is packed.
It's so neat to see the people appreciate the hard work that the kids and the coaches do all season long.
We've had
and beyond the season.
All signs, you know, it takes an entire, you talk about a village to raise a child. It takes a community to back a team as well. And these folks get into this. This becomes the entertainment. This is the social event. And these parents have been so crucial in the upbringing of these kids. We heard it talk about integrity and character. And we've seen it exemplified through these young ladies throughout the tournament.
Well, it's great to see so many students that are here supporting their teams.
Reebok with a bucket. You know, and one of the other things we talked to coaches we haven't mentioned, these are student athletes. And the better the students, often it's obviously lots easier to coach good students. And most of these kids are honor roll students. They work hard at both parts of their game, on the floor and off, as Reebok sinks both free throws. 59-50, a 9-point lead for 32-0. Decatur St. Teresa. Amanda Walker with the long shot off the back rim, rebounded by Kupish, who's going to take another trip to the free throw line.
They called it a jump ball.
Oh, okay. Possession arrow stays with Decatur. And St. Teresa is beginning the celebration. 8.7 seconds to go. It now appears that they will, in fact, be crowned an undefeated state champion as Sue Ellett empties her bench. Coming into the ball game for the Whippers will be number 40, Mallory Heine, related distantly to Jackie. Number 14, Mallory Sester. 22, Sarah Eberly. And 32, Jillian Flesher. Getting their chance on the Redbird Arena floor in hopes that Hampshire will come down 4 times in a row. Reebok just going to take the ball down as St. Teresa celebrates. She doesn't even have to take it across the timeline. She's got 10 seconds to do it. No pressure, team.
There it is, your state champ, single A.
And who's the first one out on the floor?
Monica Rogers.
The fingers are in the air. Number 1. They have indeed stayed undefeated. 33-0. The Bulldogs of Decatur St. Teresa. Last year on this floor, losing to Hampshire in the quarterfinal, they made a resolution. They have made that dream come true.
And they silenced the critics throughout the season about their schedule and about the teams that they have beaten. They have shown so much about the game of basketball and about what it takes to get here, because everything they did as a team. They rebounded, they scored, they passed the ball. You know, they just have such great chemistry for a basketball team.
Now, they have 4 players in this game in double figures. Talk about balance. That's incredible. You
Yes.
go for that.
Yes.
And there's the fingers being raised in the huddle of happiness. And there are their fans celebrating the victory with them. And we'll be able to bring all the award ceremony to you here. Jim Albrecht, who do you have to talk to?
Perfection. Think of it, perfection. 33-0. How does that feel?
Oh, it's a great feeling. This is what we worked for all year. You know, Hampshire put up a heck of a fight. It was a great game. Monica fouled out, but Christina Moore, man, came in there. You know, she played great. Got a charge, hit that big bucket. You know, I mean, it's just great feeling. I love these kids. They did a great job. They represented Decatur well. They represented St. Teresa well. You know, I'm just happy for them and the whole school.
I don't know what you said at halftime, but it worked. Was it, let's get back down to our game, let's get inside?
Yeah, I mean, we took 21 shots, like I said, from our guards. I said, Allison, you're a great shooter. We know that, but let's work it in there, okay? And they did a nice job. We had no free throws in the first half. We said we have to get to the line in the second half. I thought we did a good job of doing that.
Coach, congratulations. You're a state champion.
All right.
That is Bill Ipson. Of course, Allison Ipple. We got the Ipple girls are here, the Ipple ladies. Allison, you stepped it up early. You were bearing some threes.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to do what I could, and I wanted to do everything that I thought I could do to help this team win state. And if it meant shooting a couple extra shots, I was definitely going to do it.
You guys walk around the house for about 3 years saying we're going to be state champions. Let's keep working.
Mostly this past year, but it's been definitely a big goal for us, and we're really happy that we finally reached it.
What did the coach say to you at halftime, Lindsay? I know you were having a tough first half against their big people.
I mean, they played great defense, and he told us we just need to work. I mean, Monica and I didn't get many shots off. He said just to work it down low and play our game.
When did you guys feel the momentum shift back? Right in the middle of the third quarter?
Yeah, we had it going the whole third quarter. I mean, we didn't get down at all. We knew we had to keep pushing hard and not leave anything on the court.
Ladies, congratulations. You're state champions. Back to Ann.
Thanks a lot, Jim. And on the shirts that they put on, it says, "It's our time. We're going to do what we do." And they do it so well. Perfection, 33-0. And now let's go to Jeff Fritzen with the announcements and the awards.
And 4 losses. Presenting awards to Hampshire are Catherine Finch, assisted by Todd Prusader. First meet, the principal of Hampshire, Chris Kalamatis. Girls Athletic Director Jim Wallace. Assistant Athletic Director Mike Collins. Head Coach Sue Ellen. Assistant Coach Brent Godecki. Assistant Coach Joe Watzlawick. Assistant Coach Kevin Anderson. Trainer Josh Zimmerman. Manager Taylor Ellett. Manager Connie Ellett. And the Whipper squad members, Jessica Gobert, Brittany Carilla, Mallory Sester, Amanda Markham, Sarah Eberly, Amanda Walker, Jackie Heine, Jillian Flesher, Jamie Jeffries, Mallory Heine. Abby Young. Nicole Watzlawick. And Ashley Ross.
Congratulations.
At this time, please meet the Bulldogs of Decatur St. Teresa, who finished the 2004 season in first place with a final record of 33 wins and no losses, becoming the 6th Class A undefeated state champion and the 12th unbeaten state champion in IHSA girls basketball history. Presenting to St. Teresa, Ron Connor, assisted by Dr. Catherine Flanagan. First, Principal Joe McDaniel. Girls Athletic Director, Scott Davis. Head Coach, Bill Ibsen. Assistant Coach, Jason Hendricks. Assistant Coach, Jennifer Blakeman. Statistician, Latricia Cummings. Statistician, Aaron Senesak. Statistician, Christy Myers. And the Bulldog players, Lindsay Moore. Becky Brummer. Sam Brown. Andrea Reba. Emily Fitzgerald. Monica Rogers. Allison Ipple. Farah Zubair. Ann Brown. And Michelle Eloy. Next will Coach Sue Ellett and the captains of Hampshire. Please step forward to receive the second place trophy. And now will Coach Bill Ibsen and the captains of Decatur St. Teresa please step forward to receive the first place trophy.
There are your champs, Decatur St. Teresa. We'll be back with more right after this network break. We're back at Redbird Arena where you've just seen the first place trophy raised high aloft by the Bulldogs of St. Teresa in their undefeated 33-0 season. And Bernie, we've got the Hampshire coach, terrific three-peater herself, Sue Ellett. Jim?
Sue Ellett is standing by with me. Of course, only one team can win, Sue. What turned this thing? Foul trouble for Jackie?
Yeah, it did, and they've just got a little too much for us inside without her. With her, I thought we were right there, but Jackie battled all night. It was a team effort. I thought we gave it the best we could. We left it all on the floor. We got nothing to hang our heads about. It was St. Teresa's time, and they did a great job.
Well, you, of course, had quite a first year.
I have. It's going to be hard to outdo again someday, but it was sure a lot of fun, and there's some great kids on this team. These seniors that go out with an Elite 8 appearance, a 3rd place, and now a 2nd place, they're going to be great kids in life.
All right, Coach, we'll let you go take your pictures. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Let's go back to Ann and Bernie.
Thanks a lot, Jim, and it was so nice to hear. Sue Ellen, what a class act.
Yes, she is, and you know, she gives credit where credit is due. They played against a great team, and they played a great game.
Oh, they did.
I'll tell you what, though, the thing that I really am impressed with is the fact that Decatur St. Teresa met every key to the game that I pointed prior to the game. They had 2 players do double-doubles, and Lindsay Ippel and Monica Rogers. They maintained the mission of staying undefeated, and they kept their New Year's resolution, and that would be to win a state championship, ending up number 1.
And you just mentioned Monica Rogers, and I believe Allison may have her for us right now. Allison?
I'm here with Monica Rogers. Congratulations tonight. You played a great game. How disappointed were you that you fouled out in the second half?
I was very disappointed because I really wanted to play and just help my other teammates pick it up. But it's like once I got out, they just stepped up the intensity, and I'm so proud we won. I'm so proud of them. I'm just so happy right now.
I know. I'm so proud of you. Congratulations. You really stepped up your offense as well in the second half. Did you change anything at halftime around that you did differently?
I just took it to the basket a lot stronger than I did the first half. I was so relaxed today, so didn't really care. But the second half, I had to step it up and take it real strong.
All right, and finally, how does it feel to be a state champion?
It feels real good.
Good. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Ann, we're back to you.
Thanks a lot, Allison. You know, I think she may go to sleep with that trophy tonight.
I tell you what, but you know, I wouldn't let it go either. You know, not very many kids or coaches get to hold on to the trophy that tells you that you're number 1.
Let's take a look at the play of the game from tonight's championship. Here you have Reebok with the ball, the Apt Electronics play of the game. Christina Moore puts in the bucket. She had come in for the young lady who had fouled out. We just saw Monica Rogers, and you heard Bill Ipson talk about the fact that her play was key.
And I think because of that basket actually put them up by 5, and that allowed them to maintain that lead. And she, along with her other guards, were able to maintain possession of the basketball. It was a good ending to what they felt was the mission.
Great ball game. We'll be back with more after this local break. There's your final score, 59-50. Decatur over Hampshire in an absolutely terrific ball game. Foul trouble is key. We mentioned back at 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Jackie Heine picked up her 4th.
Yes,
and it was a different game inside after that.
It was crucial, and as Coach mentioned, they're really hard to stop. So I think that really made a difference. But again, you have to give credit where credit is due. They played the game that took them where they've been all year. And inside the paint, as we look inside the paint, 24 points inside the paint. That's a good percentage.
Well, you know, early in the ball game, they weren't getting those points in the paint, but they made the adjustments at halftime, and they did what they've done all year long. And let's take a look at some of more of the highlights of this ball game. There you have Lindsay Ippel, who had scored so much early in this tournament and finally turned on the second half. Reebok feeding Rogers for the easy bucket, and she puts that finger up early, number 1. Reebok going to the hole, scored with Heine rebounding. Reebok, I think, has been the unsung hero of this ball game.
Well, of the whole tournament, really, because she was given some defensive assignments early, and she has really been leader of the team in terms of, you know, the general, so to speak. I want to do with the ball and when to use the defense and when to attack defensively.
And there you see them raising the trophy, symbolic of state Class A champions here in Illinois. They came here to do what they were going to do. And there is a classy Whippers Hampshire team making their 3rd trip down here in a row. Finished this time with the runner-up and a fabulous performance against an undefeated team. You know, you have 4 double-figured scores.
Right.
You can't say enough about that, but the young lady, like we said, that right that vote was Reebok.
And I think, too, taking a look back at Hampshire, they really probably gave Decatur St. Teresa their toughest game all year. And there had to be some serious adjustments made at halftime, but that's what a state champion does. They listen to what the coaches have to say. The coach tells them, you know, let's go back to what we need to do. Let's go back to our inside game. And you have to give them the credit that they were able to do that.
Absolutely, and you know, this has been absolutely a fabulous weekend. Fans, players, coaches, and we've got 3 more weekends ahead for you. Next week, it's a Class AA. Quarterfinals on Friday, March 5th, followed by the semis and state final on Saturday, March 13th. Then in 2 weeks, boys, Class A. The quarterfinals on the 12th on the Friday, and then the finals again on March 20th. And the whole March Madness will wrap up with the boys Class AA on Friday, March 19th and 20th. As you see the championship being raised by St. Teresa, I'm Ann Penstone for Bernie Chiro saying good night from Redbird Arena.